Welcome everybody to Big Ben and Ty Sports Cave. As always, we have Big Ben there in the middle, and we have Wade over there on the side there. We'll get right into last night's game. Rivermen won in a shootout, 5-4 against Knoxville Ice Bears, and
Not ice dogs.
nice Ice Dogs.
Nice ice
so,
dogs.
so last night, it was a good game, I think. We weren't our best. I will say that. We weren't our best. There was a couple goals that were just let in, kind of soft goals, I should say. Like I said, I don't really want to put Latinovic down too much, but, I mean, there are some goals that he should have made, or saves he should have made, especially when we go down there and we score, and then not even a minute, 2 minutes later, they score back and take the lead back. We got to have those saves. I guess we'll go period by period. First period, like I said, it seemed like we came out a little slow. Knoxville got the first score, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And because we know this Riverman team is it's different this year. So we scored, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, all right, they got that back. But then, was it not even a minute later, Wade, Knoxville scored again?
Yeah, it was a very short time, and right at the end of the period too.
Yeah, and it looked like it just took the wind right out of the guys, and we know how that goes now. So, what's going on, Eric? But second period, we came out, we looked okay. Again, last night was just not the normal Riverman team we've seen in the past again. I'll go over Latinovic's numbers right now. He saved 27 out of 31 shots. Mundinger for Knoxville saved 35 out of 39 shots, which I still haven't figured out how some of the calls weren't made, especially Garrett Devine he got tripped. That was a straight up trip.
Yeah.
And was not called. I also want to know Mundinger doing his thing. He got no calls on that. Like 0. We got the extra guy in the box. I haven't figured that one out.
Don't make sense.
It was a straight up cross check. It should have been at least an unsportsmanlike conduct. Mm-hmm. I would at least saw that. And I guess my question to you, Wade, is Mundinger how Mundinger got involved. Now, me and you both know why Latinovic probably didn't come back or come down. Do you think Jack would have?
I don't know. I'm always a proponent that when you see a goalie get involved, me personally, I would skate at least center ice.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum, that's what I would do. Just, because that, to me, just still lets the team know that you got their back still at the end of the day. Because you really don't. Because if Tinovic crosses that line and goes after Dinger, then he probably gets a game misconduct and Boston comes in. So, you do kind of understand, and maybe even the bench would tell him don't cross that line, but you would like to see him at least engaged and skate up to the center line, and maybe Boston does that. I don't know. Tino never seemed to be that type of goalie, though.
No.
So it didn't shock me that he just stayed at net. But me personally, I like to at least see my goalie skate up to the center line during that.
Yeah, my wife actually said if we had Storm Knuff still, he probably would have came barreling over to the other side.
Probably, most likely.
Yeah. And I honestly think our assistant coach, Eric Levine, might have came up to at least center ice at that point.
I think
so, like I said, and then third period was just kind of a back and forth, back and forth. We got the I think we were leading in the third, weren't we, Wade?
Let's see.
And then they scored, and then they took it into overtime. I believe that's how it went.
Yeah, they got 2 goals in the first one. Oh, shit, we were tied to the third.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my
shorthanded goal.
Okay. And then it went into overtime, and overtime periods make me so nervous. The 3-on-3, it's just a lot of ice out there. Garrett Devine had the puck, and he got tripped, straight up tripped.
Absolutely.
And no call. So I'm not sure why they didn't get a call there, but we're not here to complain about the refs. That's still no excuse. And then we went into the shootout, and I thought it was really good to get Henry out there first shot at it. Yeah. He just kind of messed up just a little bit. I'll go over who scored for the Rivermen. Let's see here. Maybe if I can get to where I need to be at here. I do know Caden Henry did score 2 last night, which he is just a very good pickup by us. All right, we got penalties. I don't need penalties. All right, scoring. So Alec Bear scored. For the Rivermen scored were Alec Bear, Caden Henry, Connor Schmuel, and Connor Schmuel actually won us the game in the shootout.
Yep.
For the Knoxville Ice Bears, it was Kyle Soper, Andrew Kuropoff, Brendan Dowler, and Andrew Kuropoff got the tying goal in the third. Of course, no goals in overtime. And like I said, it came down to Garrett Devine did score in the shootout, and then Connor Schmuel won us the shootout with his. So I guess my big question is, we have our top scorer, McChesney, on the bench during this shootout.
Yep.
I kind of looked for him to possibly be the third shooter, maybe the fourth shooter, but I didn't see him at all. Wade, what's your opinion on that?
I was a little surprised that I didn't see him. There was a couple people I was surprised to see, and again, it's nothing against them. You would just expect to see somebody like McChesney shoot over them. And a kind of a head scratcher for me was Jordan Henderson going out there to take a shootout shot. I was just like, okay, I think we could have chose a little bit better. Nothing against Jordan Henderson, but that's certainly a choice.
Yeah.
I did see Corey Dennis take one, but I do believe Corey Dennis does have a shootout goal. So
I
kind of see that one. And maybe Brandon Stoycheski. Like I said, he's kind of a newer guy. Maybe getting him out there to see what he can do. But again, I'm not saying nothing negative about these three. I'm just saying you would think you would see somebody like Michael McChesney before you would see them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was kind of, when they had Caden Henry come out first, I was like, okay, he's got 2 goals in the game. That's a good choice. And then when he started bringing out other guys randomly, I'm just like, whoa, okay, this is weird. Where's McChesney in all this? Happy New Year, Sammy. I see your comment down there. And I'm not understanding, but as we said in the past shows, Guy has a thing for everything. He has an idea. He's you know what they say, and Guy we trust. So I guess we will. Speaking of Henderson, and the rest of the team, the boys got their letters back. Garrett Devine has received an A, and then you had Henderson with an A as well. It kind of surprised me with Henderson getting an A. Me and Wade talked about it a little bit earlier. We've heard why he got an A, but I guess me and Wade are kind of in agreement that, he is fairly new to the team. There's other people that maybe could have gotten that, should have been given the A. I guess, Wade, what's your opinion on Henderson getting the A? I mean, do you kind of agree with me that maybe he's a little newer to the team, and we don't really? I mean, us fans were like, well, wait a minute, why is he getting an A? He just came here, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the guy that I was mentioning? How I think he should get an A because he's doing so good?
Henderson came from Quad City, so I don't think so.
Or was it the guy that was like, there's one guy that I was like, because he's doing so well, it's like, should he get an A? And you guys were like, no, because
probably Caden Henry.
He's so new.
You're probably
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah, you're probably thinking of Caden Henry.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wade, I mean, what's your opinion on Henderson getting an A?
Like I said, and again, absolutely no disrespect to him. Coach sees something in him. That's why he got the A, and I respect that. Again, it's kind of like the shootout scenario. You just expected others to have that A before Jordan Henderson would. We don't know who the road alternate captains are. They could be different. But, I again, there's a few people that maybe you would see, like, rather it's like Braden Barker, Mike Gillette, like what we discussed, Dylan Massey. Even if you look at the defense, maybe a Josh Martin or,
Which he had an A.
Yeah, which he did have an A. And who I like, and if you're going to give a new guy a letter, I like Terry Ryder a lot. And he came from Havoc, and he was a good player for Havoc. He's a good defensive man. So if you're going to give a new guy a letter, I like the way Terry Ryder's been playing on defense. Even Corey Dennis. I mean, there's a couple of guys, like I said, that I would expect to see an A before Jordan Henderson. But obviously Coach sees something we don't. And so I'm, like the saying goes, and Guy we trust. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt there because he's in the locker room. He's the coach. He knows. But, yeah, for me, I was definitely surprised to see that A on Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, and then also we don't know what happens behind closed doors either.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. You don't know what Guy's watching at the practices, and you don't know, what he's thinking in his mind when he comes to stats. He could be sitting at his desk in his office going through papers of stats and stuff, and to the point where he's like, okay, I'll do it this way. And then us fans will see it and be like, what is he, it's like you said, it's just something Guy does.
Well, I mean, I said something last night. I said I was kind of surprised he gave the C back to Bear so early.
Yeah.
Oh, Bear has a C now?
Because,
okay.
I mean, if you look at his performance, he did score last night, but he's been not really performing the way he used to perform. Even last year when he had the C, he has performed better last year than he did this year so far. Mm-hmm. And so I was kind of surprised to see the C back on him this early. That's just my opinion on it. But yeah, no, I mean, Guy knows what he's doing. He picks his leadership role. Us fans, we're just kind of here for the ride when it comes to that. Speaking of ride, next year is going to be even a longer ride for these players because the SPHL has announced that they are going to a 60-game schedule for next year, which is a big deal because each team gets 2 more games, of course, because we play, 58 now. So I think we get 1 more home and 1 more away, I think, or I don't know how they're going to schedule that. Also, the SPHL did announce, I think it was last year, they announced that we are getting a new team. It'll be in, shoot, my mind just went blank.
I think Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, Mobile. Yeah, Mobile is bringing an SPHL team. So that's going to be even interesting with another team being added, and that'll give us, 10 teams now again? Because with Vermilion County folding, we did have 10, and then Vermilion County folded. It was kind of nice to have 10 teams. It seemed like it opened the pool up for more players. And I guess what's your guys' opinion on adding two more games to the season?
I honestly think it's a good thing because, especially since you said there's going to be a new team, which means, it may make the players more tired, but at the same time, it'll give them more experience. With different, maybe this new team might have a totally different style of hockey that no one else has, or maybe they have the same exact style of playing like what the Rivermen have, So, I mean, I think it'll be good, But the downfall to it is, I'll say this, and then I'll be done. The only downfall I see to it is do any of our players get drafted to that team?
Well, the good thing about that is we have what's called a protective list.
Okay.
So the ones that we want to keep, we protect at the end of the year. So,
and then the other ones will get shuffled. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Eric.
No Ice Dog.
Ice Dog.
Well, isn't there an actual team called Ice Dog though?
I don't know if there is or not. Maybe juniors, maybe up in Canada, maybe there's probably some kind of Ice Dog, I think. But anywho, Wade, go ahead. But anyway, Wade, go ahead and
Wade, what's your thoughts?
I like it. Obviously, it's more hockey. That's good for the fan. I think it's good for everybody involved when you can add more hockey. I think it's a sign of things to come. It shows that the league is trying to improve and get more eyes on this league, which is always a good thing. Adding in a new team, hopefully we can add in a 12th sooner than later as well. I would like to add enough teams to where you could break this league up into conferences. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's the hope. That's the dream, as well as having 2 refs at all time and replay. But there can be some downsides, just kind of like what Ben mentioned. We do have a protected list, but we will inevitably lose some players to Mobile. Some Rivermen will go over to Mobile to play for them because they do select a few players from each team, kind of help get that organization going. So yeah, you'll probably see a Riverman or two on that team next year. Which is kind of sad to see him go, but it's for a good cause. It's for expanding the league and, like I said, making this league more respectable, bringing more eyes to it. So
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're heading in a positive direction.
Yeah. Joseph has a question. So we're adding a team, making an odd number of teams again, leaving one team a week off. What's your guys' thoughts? Is what he's wanting.
I think it'll actually help with the players getting a week off. If they want to consider a week off, because I'm sure I don't know what the schedule is going to look like with a new team. They might have more Thursday games, Wednesday games. We don't know. But let's say a team does get a weekend off. That's more rest, in my opinion, for the team. So honestly, I think that actually helps the teams with the week. Like if you have a weekend off, you get a little bit of rest. The only downside to that, and Wade might agree with me, is I know there's some teams that get on a roll and they start winning, and then they get a weekend off, and then that could be a bad thing, and it also could be a good thing, because sometimes when your team is hot and it's winning, you want to keep going. So I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see how this works out. I don't know how the schedule is going to work with an extra team in the thing, but I agree with Wade. I wish they would do either a conference, a division, separate it in two divisions. That's why hopefully maybe we could get another team, so it'd be 12. 12, because I miscounted. I thought we had 9 now. We have 10 now. We'll have 11 when Mobile comes in. So hopefully we'll get a 12th team in there. And then you could kind of do a north-south conference.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, because pretty much all the teams are on this side on the east side of the Mississippi, right?
No, it's yes, and it's more south. The northern team is Quad Cities, right? So you got Quad Cities, us, and then Evansville is the most northern. And I think if they would do divisions, you could almost put Knoxville in the North Division.
Right.
And then you would almost have to flip a coin for the Alabama teams for the North Division. I mean, like I said, your North Division would be...
They're going to be having 2 now, right?
Yeah, because they have Birmingham and then they'll have Mobile.
Birmingham Ice Dogs.
Then wasn't there another team in Alabama too, Wade? You were about to say something. Yes.
Yeah, Huntsville.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have 3 teams in Alabama. So you almost have to say, okay, which one's the most northern in Alabama?
I believe it'd be Huntsville.
I think it would be Mobile. Ain't Mobile more north than Huntsville and Birmingham?
Well, let me look that up while you guys are talking that.
Well, and then also you can think about Fayetteville being in the North Division as well, because they're more north. But I mean, all in all, Joe, I think it will help the teams in the long run having a weekend off. But again, like I said, they might have a weekend off, but they might have to play a game during the week. So I don't know how.
You said Huntsville, Birmingham,
and Macon.
Birmingham.
No, not Macon. Birmingham. Yeah, sorry.
Macon's in Georgia.
Yeah, maybe we could use another Georgia team. Maybe the Georgia Ice Dogs. No.
Ice Dogs.
Ice Dogs. Mobile is actually the southern team, so it is Huntsville is the most northern team in Alabama.
Okay, so Huntsville could probably be in the North Division
because they're like maybe an hour-ish away from the Tennessee border. So anyway,
another thing too is with adding another team, travel goes up.
Oh yeah.
So I guess the next question us fans might want to ask is what's that going to do to ticket prices? Because if it costs more for them to travel, it costs more for them to do this, do that. Ticket prices are probably going to have to go up. Which I know that as a fan. Wade knows that as a fan. But, you're going to have some of these people that are just going to complain because tickets are going up. But, again, I know why it's going up. That's just – I just know why it's going up.
Because it's going to cost a team more to have the traveling guys. And the thing is with Peoria now, the thing is, since we're talking about traveling and this deals with it, now that Peoria charter coach is pretty much no longer, what do the Rivermen have to bus their team down?
There for a while, I thought they had their own bus.
I don't know. That's what I was asking. So
I don't think they do anymore, Wade, do they?
If they don't, I think they're going to have to get one. For themselves.
Well, there's going to be at least all those buses that Peoria charter coach they can buy.
Anyway. Well, I'll go get one of those CityLink buses. It's cheaper.
the electric one.
Yeah, the electric one. They got to stop every 2 hours to charge it up.
Anyway, no, I was just wondering about that since all that happening. So I mean,
I think it's going to be good for the league to add more teams. I will say this though, and I'll get your guys' opinion on it. If they're going to keep adding teams, there should be a mandatory 2 referees for each game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I heard a game last night had 2 referees. I can't remember what
game that
was, but
did I read somewhere that one person said there was a game that had 4?
Well, you have 2 linesmen and you have 2 referees.
Oh, maybe that's what they were talking about. 4. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand the linesmen are not technically referees; they're linesmen.
They're just making sure the defense stays on one side of the line and only the offense.
Well, they call offsides, they call icing, they call non-penalty calls basically.
Right.
But they can
the ice and delay of game.
Yeah, that yes. Yes, I agree with that, Joe. Mandatory replay. I'm not sure why that hasn't been instituted yet. They said they were going to, and as of now, they don't have that mandatory.
All the games are pretty much recorded and live anyway on Flow and other places, so I don't see how they couldn't have a replay.
Well, my guess is some of the arenas, and Wade could discuss this further if he wants to. I think some of the arenas don't have the right camera views. Because like Peoria does. Evansville does. But does Knoxville do? I don't know. Does
Quad Pensacola?
City yeah, Quad City does. Because they were... you got to remember, Quad Cities was the ECHL back in the day, and they were all that too. So, our arena is built for that. So I think, like I said, kind of recapping, I think it's going to be a good thing for us to add another team. I think it's great that we're adding more games, and I think in the long run, it's going to help the league. I've always said something, it'd be kind of cool if the Feds and the SPHL got together, because that would be fantastic, but it's not going to happen. And eventually, I think the Feds are going to go bankrupt. If they keep spending the way they're spending, I just don't see the league being around too much longer.
I've heard ticket prices actually can be more than like ECHL games, and that
at the FPHL
outrageous. Like if you're you're in the Feds and you're charging more than an ECHL game, like you're already setting yourself up for failure, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, let's move on to tonight's game, unless somebody has anything else to discuss real quick before we kind of get into
just a little rabbit trail. There is at least 5 teams called the Ice Dogs.
Oh,
all the way from OHL for Canada. There's one in Alaska. There's a hockey club in Northern Illinois, Tier 2. There's a junior gold program in Minnesota and another one in Canada. So there's at least 5 teams called Ice Dogs. Anyway, my point is, I wasn't too far from the truth, even though I was a little, Anyway, on to the next part of the program.
Ice Dog. Anywho, tonight's game, it's Star Wars night tonight at the Civic Center. We will all be there. All 3 of us right here will be at the game. They are going to be playing the Ice Bears. Anywho,
I'm sorry.
I think we need to come out.
I'm a Star Wars geek, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm a Star Wars geek.
So I think the team needs to come out a little stronger than they did last night.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if we play like we've been before we played Quad Cities, I think we'd be fine. Wednesday night, I don't know. We won't talk about Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So again, tonight, 7:15, Star Wars night. What would you like to see, Wade, in tonight's game?
Yeah, I would like to see, again, a little bit more consistency on our effort. I do think at times we were more laid back than we should have been, and there was no reason to be laid back at any point during that game last night. Literally none. So, we have a habit of doing that, especially if we get a couple of goals in a row, even if it's the tie or go up by 1. For whatever reason, it's one of Rivermen's worst habits that they just typically lay back a little bit and are not as aggressive. So, again, we really need to kick that bad habit. We would be one of the better teams that we would be in a much better position and shape if we eliminated that part out of our game. So for me, I want to see a better effort tonight in all phases of the game. We started out good on the special teams. We went 1 for 5. We scored on our first power play, but then did an 0 for on the next 4. So again, I want to see more consistency in that areas because if we get those opportunities, we need to cash in. And we'd be in much better shape. So, like I said, just overall across the board, I'm looking for more consistency in Game 2 versus Ice Bears.
Okay, so today, they did. Sorry, this is just in. They did put a Denier on 14-day IR. I'm getting this straight from the SPHL website. An old name that me and Wade know, Josh Harris, has signed with Birmingham.
Oh, wow.
So Josh Harris will be playing for Birmingham. And then Alex Davis, which that's what I was going to discuss. Alex Davis got added to the Rivermen roster today from the trade from Fayetteville. Let's discuss that a little bit. I know a lot of people were upset that we didn't get a certain player. Let's just say that, because I know some of the Rivermen fans would like to see a fan favorite come back to Peoria.
Right.
I just don't think it's going to happen right now. He can't be traded. He is on the IR. But as much as I heard about this Davis, I heard he's a really good defenseman. Wade, what's your opinion on the trade? Do you think it was a waste, like everybody else is saying?
I definitely don't think it's a waste. I do think he's going to be a welcome sight. He is a good defender. He has in 18 games, 1 goal and 4 assists on the year, so 5 points. And he's a defensive specialist. You know, kind of like a Terry Ryder, if you will. He knows what he's doing when it comes to the defense, and he's good with the puck. So I don't look for him to turn the puck over a lot with him. Just like with Terry Ryder, it's just going to be getting used to playing with a new team now. It's about the only thing that is he's going to have to make an adjustment for, because, you know, playing for the Rivermen and playing for Trudell is not the same as playing for other teams. So, you know, there is going to be a slight adjustment. I just urge fans to be patient with him because he is a good player. And as far as that other player that we were discussing that Rivermen would like to see, I almost think there was intent with Fayetteville putting him on the IR so we could not receive him for Muse, is because I think they want another player for him. They want to do a trade for him, and they didn't want to give him up for future considerations. And one way to block that is putting him on the IR. So that's what they did, and I think that's what they want to do. I wouldn't give up all hope yet, but Fayetteville made it a little tougher on us to get.
Okay, with that said, now is Tristan actually injured?
We don't know.
Yeah.
So with that said, do you think maybe that's why he's on it, so that way he can't be considered a future trade?
Well, no, we're talking about Fayetteville's.
Well, I'm just saying in general, like maybe Fayetteville wanted him instead of whoever else.
They already know Tristan's not going anywhere. All the teams in the league already know that Tristan is not going to go play for anybody else.
He'll retire before that.
Yeah, he's not going to go play for anybody else.
Okay.
What Wade is trying to say is they want a specific player probably that is on our roster for the specific player that us fans, some of the fans, would like to see. Yes, and and I agree. I think Fayetteville did that intentionally to basically take him off the market because he's not allowed to be traded while he's on the IR.
Right.
So because rumors had it was when Fayetteville came up, they sat him out Friday night. He was supposed to be back in the lineup for Saturday, and he wasn't. And then they put him on the IR. They put him on the IR, I believe, that Sunday, I think. So they sent him out, Monday, whatever day it was. It was like right after the series.
Yeah.
So I think it was intentional because I want to say, I'm going to say it. I think Guy said, we want him. And, and I think Fayetteville said, no, he's going on the IR. So I think it was intentional. I'm not sure who Fayetteville would want on our team for him. But I mean, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it was intentional.
They want Ojo.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I like I said, I don't know who they think they're going to get.
I mean, the thing is, who can we pick that we haven't? That's because everybody's good on the team. It's just.
Well, in my opinion, too, is everybody got mad about us trading Muse away. I wasn't mad. Look what he's doing. He's going to the ECHL. Every call up he gets, he's going to take. We have 2 goalies right now on our team
that are good.
that has already said, I'm staying in Peoria. I'm not taking a call up.
Right.
And that's what you need to have on your team is you need to have 2 committed goalies all year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And we have that in Jack and Latinovic.
Mm-hmm.
And with trading Muse away, I think it was a great trade. Because we would have been sitting here going, all right, Muse got a call up again. Well, let's sign an emergency backup. Or let's go try to find a goalie for 2 weeks, and then Muse comes back, and then we're doing roster jambalaya basically, and there's no reason.
Basically, what they're saying is they don't want to call up Wade to be the backup goalie.
No, they don't. They don't want to call it.
They'll have Trevor McCleary be the emergency backup goalie. But anywho, yeah. So I mean, I just wanted to say that, like I said, I looked on there and saw the transactions today. I think it's kind of ironic that Josh Harris is going to be playing for Birmingham, and I hope him the best. I liked watching him here in Peoria.
Mm-hmm,
he was a good player.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, let's get back to tonight's game. I would like to see, honestly, a little fire, and I think I know who could produce that fire would be Wilkie. I mean, last weekend he was just he 2 fights. I mean, he was firing up the team like Wade said. The whole team was smiling, having a good time, and they were playing loose, I should say, which is good. You want your team to play loose. They having fun, doing what they need to do. I would like to see that again tonight. And I think I would like to see Jack in goal tonight. Like I said, I don't know what Guy has in store. I mean, he might start Tino tonight and Jack tomorrow, but I don't see him starting Latinovic for all 3 games. I just don't see that. But who knows? I don't know. He might not be in the goal tonight. We might actually see their backup. I can't think of his name. What is his name?
I could probably look it up right quick. Let's see here. Because they like to play because they've had some goalie. Oh my God, I'm not going to say that name right. Noah Gesabrecht, something like that.
Say that 10 times.
Yeah, Gesabrecht, Noah. His name is Noah.
Noah. His name's Noah.
Go Ice Dogs.
Geisbrich. Geisbrich. Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
But yes, I would agree with my wife there. I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, I told her last night. I said, that Norica that's on our team, big tall guy.
Yeah.
If I was Guy, I'd probably say, you know what? I don't care what penalty you get. Just knock him off. I mean, it just that kind of pissed me off what he did last night. But anywho, I think we'll see Jack tonight. I think we'll see Noah. We'll see Noah tonight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be wrong because I know Knoxville likes to start Mundinger almost every game. It was kind of like Evansville with Cole Cece starting him almost every single game.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll get into unless somebody else has something to discuss. Anybody have anything?
No, I don't think so.
Not offhand.
Okay, well let's go ahead and get into our keys to the game and 3 players to watch. Ben, go ahead and give us your 3 keys.
Well, like I always say, set the tone. Be the first one to goal. Control that neutral zone. Force them to make mistakes. The goalie make mistakes. But I would also add this time around, start a fight early in the game to rile up the fans and to rile up the team so that way they can be like, oh, yeah, let's go type of attitude right away. And, that would be my points to the game to see the Rivermen come out victorious.
All right, Wade.
Yeah, I mean, my 3 players that I want to see tonight is I'm looking again at Caden Henry because I can't help but look at him. I mean, the dude's in 9 games he's got 8 goals and 3 assists. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, this kid has been so good for us. And I seen him. To me, he was the player of the game last night. Not just because he had 2 goals, but just the speed is insane with this kid. He is all over the ice. When he has the puck on his stick, he has one thing in mind: get to the net and put this puck on net. Like, you just love to see that mentality, no matter who it is. I also got Garrett Devine. Like I said, I think Garrett's been playing well for us lately, and I want to see that continue. He got us a shootout goal to keep it going, so Smule can win it for us. So I got Devine marked down, and then I got the goalie position is what I'm looking at. Hopefully it's Boston, like you said, but even if it's Latinovich, we need a strong start out of our goalie tonight. We need him to really be on a game focused and not let in 4 goals. I'm not saying get a shutout, but I want to see a better effort at net because, like what you discussed, there was some goals that, in all honesty, just kind of pissed me off last night that I think were definitely stoppable. So we got to have a better effort out of our goalie tonight, no matter who that is. Keys to the game tonight. Like I said, I'm looking for consistency. I want a consistent effort tonight from everybody. No laying back, no taking the foot off the gas pedal. We always get ourselves in trouble when we do that. We need to cut that out. So I need to see a consistent full effort tonight out of our guys. Key number 2, I say it a lot because I think it's so key to winning games, is special teams. I think we need to win the special teams battle on the power play and penalty kill both, especially against a team like Knoxville. We got to take advantage. We had 5 power plays last night and only took advantage of 1. I'd like to see us take advantage of at least 2, if not 3, power plays on that. We have an excellent power play, and we need to show that and cash in when given the opportunity. And a good team defense. Want to see a good team defense tonight to help out whoever the goalie is, get to rebounds, clear pucks out of the zone, and give our offense a chance to set up and get some goals tonight. So that's my players and keys.
The answer, Matthew Haynes. Yes, we agreed with removing the letters, woke the team up a little bit. I mean, they even traded Nick Parody, he was actually wearing an A. So that kind of showed, I think that kind of showed the team that Guy is not afraid to trade you. He was sending a message when he took away the A's and the C, and I think the guys went the right direction with it. Mm-hmm. I think they knew that they were not playing up to the standard of a Peoria Rivermen. I mean, you can ask the old captain of Hageman. He says there is a measurement of what you need to do to be a Peoria Riverman. And I think with Guy taking away the letters, basically sent them that message. So
that's what I said when we first talked about it. Was He did it to send a message to the guys to see, like, hey, ship up or ship out, and you want your letters back. You need to be good at it.
Yeah. So I mean, thanks for the question. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you.
So my keys to the game is, again, control the neutral zone. We are such a better team when we can control the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
My other key is get the first goal. Like Wade said, like rougher, get the first goal. Set, like Ben says, set the tone with the first goal. Get going early. My third key is get the puck out of defensive zone. There was a lot of time spent in our defensive zone last night, and it doesn't have to be pretty. Just get it out. Get it out to the neutral zone. Get it deep into our offensive zone, and let our wingers do what they need to do.
Yeah, just wing that puck over everybody and into the other zone.
Yeah.
And,
so, speaking of wingers, my first guy I will be watching tonight is going to be, like Wade already said his name, Garrett Devine. He has been playing very, very aggressive too. I mean, he is throwing his body around, getting in the scrums when he needs to, and he's one of my players that I think could launch our offense again. And he has been very good this last couple weeks, playing with heart. My second player is another winger. He's going to be Mike Gillette. He's another one so far that's been just throwing his body around, getting involved with the assist. And he just seems to know where to go, where to be, the right place at the right time. It seems like he knows what he's doing out there, and he's very enjoyable to watch. My third player I'm going to be watching, it's going to be a defenseman, is Corey Dennis. He is probably one of our top defensemen. And I kind of want to do a fourth player because you said him earlier in the show, Terry Ryder. It seems like Terry Ryder and Dennis, when they're out there together, because sometimes they are out there together, is probably one of our top defensive lines right now. They seem to get it out of the zone when they need to. It seems like they know where everybody is at while they're in the defensive zone, and they're very good at blocking shots, and which we need to get better at. I think personally, there's a lot of pucks that have been going into the net that probably should have been blocked or stopped by the goalie. We've already kind of discussed that. So those are my keys and players to watch. So again, tonight, 7:15, Carver Arena. Us three will be there. So if anybody's listening, come say hi to Wade, come say hi to Ben, come say hi to me. We'll be there. And I think that's about it for today. Anybody else got anything they wanted to say or discuss before we
go Ice Dogs? No.
Go Ice Dogs.
No, well, just a little tidbit about little racing news. The Tulsa shootout, like I guess we were saying, was this week. It looked like it was pretty good. So I think next weekend or in 2 more weeks, it's going to be the actual Chili Bowl.
Yeah, in 2 weekends. Yep.
We'll talk more about that on the future shows, and we'll hopefully see you at the game tonight.
Yeah, like I said, we'll hope to see you at the game tonight. If you can't make it to the Rivermen game, it's on Flow. Watch it. And I think that's about it for us. So on behalf of myself, Big Ben, Wade, have a great night. And Wade, we're going to do it what style again tonight, hopefully?
We're going to do it Rivermen style.
All righty.
See you guys later.
All right, guys. See ya.